The mistake that I see 99% of the beginners and even a few pros make is being a video editor, you're gonna make a ton of mistakes. We've all been through times during the early stages of our career when we spend hours into an edit, but when you compare it to the pros, you just can't help but say, my editing sucks. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Today I'm going to share the mistakes that 98.7. Okay, to be honest, I don't know the percentage, but I'm going to share the mistakes that most editors make and how you can avoid them to become a better editor. So the first mistake is rewatching your edits. If I were to add up all the time that I've wasted rewatching my edits again and again over the 5 years of video editing, it would probably sum up to around a month. Yes, I'm myself guilty of making this mistake big time. I think you're all familiar with this. You put all the clips in the sequence, you watch the timeline, you put in a single effect onto one clip and you watch the entire timeline from the start again. You put in a sound effect or two and you watch it again. Well, you can do it that way too, but only it will take you a few months or probably even years to complete the edit. Editing is not just joining clips together, it is much broader than that. It requires much more planning and effort than what people think. I mean, you can look at the most successful editors in the YouTube space like Hillier Smith or Cam Pedal of US Theory. Do you think they have the time to rewatch their edits again and again and also produce that many videos in a month? No, right? So how can you avoid that? To avoid rewatching your edits again and again, you have to have a proper workflow and a plan, and also a little bit of patience. Let me explain. This is my editing workflow. It varies from project to project, but mostly this is the main structure. Firstly, I add in all the A-roll clips. Then I add in the music. After that, I add in the B-rolls. After that, I add in the transitions and then the sound effects. And the final step for me is color grading. You do not need to follow the exact workflow that I follow, but make sure you follow a workflow of your own. Because if you keep jumping from the sound effects to the transitions to the presets, everything right from the start, it's gonna take forever for you to complete your edit. So the second mistake is overusing transitions. So you find an amazing transition pack online, you download it, you apply it onto your video. It looks so cool that you apply it again and again and again. As you can see in my previous travel video, I am myself guilty of this too. Transitions should be used with purpose, just like the one that I used at the beginning of the video. Editing is all about piecing together clips to tell a story. The transitions and effects that you add should help enhance the story and not take away or distract from it. When it comes to transitions, one of my favorite transitions recently is just cut. Well, there are different types of cut. L-cut, J-cut, match cut, jump cut. L-cut or J-cut is used to ease in the audience to a change of scene. In L-cut, the video appears before the audio. In J-cut, the audio appears before the video. Match cuts are used to transition from one scene to another and make the cut go unnoticeable. Jump cuts are used to make the audience notice the change of scene. If only you can make use of these cut transitions properly in your video, it can make a huge difference. But always remember to use them with a purpose. Color grading mistakes. When it comes to color grading, there is a simple 3-step process that I have explained in a previous video. You can check it out here or here. Anyways, some of the most common color grading mistakes includes blown out highlights, crushed shadows, weird skin tone, not having consistency throughout the color grade. If you are someone who struggles with these problems, then I have a good news. You can easily avoid these mistakes using tools inside of Premiere Pro. This is called lumetri scopes. While you are color grading, make sure you take a look at this. Do not let anything cross 100. If anything crosses 100, that means you have blown out highlights, and if it crosses below 0, that means you have crushed your shadows. While you are color grading, make sure to stay between the range of 0 to 100. Now the second problem is weird skin tones. When you are using a creative LUT, sometimes the skin tone completely changes and it doesn't go with your clip. So how do you change that? Well, there is an easy solution. Basically, you have to go to curves and go to hue versus hue. Select the eyedropper tool and select the skin tone. Now change the hue, and that's it. That's how you can solve the weird skin tone problem. So the third problem is not having consistency in color grading. Let's say you have graded a clip properly, then you copy and paste the same color grade onto different clip, but to your surprise it looks very different. Well, that might be due to the different type of lighting situations on both your clip, but you can switch to comparison view on Premiere Pro, and this helps out a lot. You can just compare it to the reference frame and you can adjust it according to that, and that is how you get consistent color grading. So the fourth mistake is not staying focused. This is more of a self-development kind of topic rather than technical, but this has led me to miss a few deadlines. We all know the feeling when we're completely in the creative mode, editing videos, getting into the flow of the work, and then you get distracted. You take a look at the notification and the next thing you know, you are on Instagram scrolling mindlessly for hours. Let me tell you all about a life hack that I follow. So it is scientifically proven that a human being can focus up to 40 to 45 minutes straight without getting distracted. Unfortunately, my brain doesn't have that much capacity, so I try to sit for at least 30 minutes straight. Alexa, set a 30-minute timer.
30 minutes, starting now.
Now you don't need an Alexa, but you can set a timer on your PC as well. And within these 30 minutes, I try to give my total undivided attention to editing only. And that means keeping all the distractions like my phone on silent and keeping it away out of my reach. And keeping all the necessities like SD cards, hard drives, water bottle, etc. within my hand's reach. Alexa, turn off timer. After the 30 minutes, I take a 5-minute break. I go out for a walk, take a breath of fresh air, or I take a look at my phone, and then I repeat the same thing all over again. Now, if you're starting out and you have a shorter attention span than me, then you can start out with 15 minutes or 20 minutes, but make sure you do not take the break for more than 5 minutes, because if you take a break longer than 5 minutes, you'll get out of the mindset or the flow of the work. Sometimes when I'm just too interested in the edit, I just ignore the timer and I sit straight for an hour or two. The mistake that I see 99% of the beginners and even a few pros make is not thinking about the psychological aspects of editing. Every effect that you apply onto your edit has a certain effect on the viewer as well. Editing can make your viewers feel happy, tensed, scared. There are certain techniques that you can use to keep your audience engaged throughout the video. As I have previously said, editing is not only piecing together clips, it is also about telling a story and delivering a feeling. Unfortunately, a lot of people forget that aspect and only see the technical side of things. Editing is a technical process, no doubt, but use every effect with intent. Use it for a purpose. Do not just blindly use an effect because it looks cool. Let's say you want the viewer to feel tense. Apply a contrasty color grade, throw in a riser sound effect, and add in the music that fits this emotion. Now let's say you want the viewers to feel happy. Make the colors warm and bright, add sound effects that go with it, throw in a happy music track, maybe not this one, but you get the point. Use everything with intent, because editing is all about delivering a feeling. Now there are a ton of other mistakes that editors make as well, but these were the top 5 editing mistakes that I myself struggled with, and overcoming them helped me become a better editor, and hopefully it can help you too. Hi everyone, if you made it till this far into the video, you are a true legend. Thank you so much for the support. Only because of you guys I have been able to grow this channel from 4,000 subscribers in August to 23,000 right now. Also, I wanted to update you guys that I recently came back from Singapore and I shot everything right from the start till the end, and I am making a travel film on it which will be out maybe next month. So let me know if you guys will be interested in that. Comment down below, and yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.